Hey guys, Orly here, founder of LifeVestInside, and I want to thank each and every one of you for deciding to kick off your week with me on the weekly Kindness Kickoff with Orly, coming at you in the beginning of every week, where I do reading from my book, Kindness Boomerang, How to Save the World and Yourself Through 365 Daily Acts. And then I give you, myself, and all of us out there an exciting kindness challenge based on the reading. For those of you that don't have a copy of the Kindness Boomerang book and want to figure out how to get one, you could pick up your copy on our website going to LifeVestInside.com, or you could purchase it from one of the online retailers, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, IndieBound, iTunes, Target, but you also could win your copy here. In the very beginning of every month, I do a random drawing from one of our awesome subscribers that are leaving comments and feedback on the videos themselves. And you have a chance to win not just one copy, but 2 copies of the book, one for yourself and then one to give forward to someone else. So leave your comments, leave your thoughts, leave your feedback about the act of that specific week. What was hard for you? What was really amazing for you? Share a story and have an opportunity to win a copy of the book. Now, I want to just mention, I got so many amazing positive comments from the video we just launched last week, the Heart to Heart video. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's on our channel. It's the newest, one of the newest uploads. And you can also subscribe to our channel. This way, every time that we put up videos, you'll have the opportunity to be one of the first to see it. The Heart to Heart video is part of a bunch of video collaborations that we've done over the past several months with people from all over the world, and I'm hoping to do additional videos. So stay tuned for more information about that. I'm also going to be announcing, probably next week I'll have more details for you, but just to give you an idea, this year's Worldwide Dance for Kindness event is going to be changed to a digital event. Generally, we have group leaders, volunteers such as yourself from all over the world that sign up to become group leaders and organizers of the event in their city. The event is a worldwide flash mob that takes place all over the world on the same day to the same song and dance, and people join together in city centers, hundreds and even thousands. Of course, right now, because of everything going on with the virus, we're unable to meet together physically, but we're going to make this a meaningful event even so. And so to celebrate World Kindness Day, which is on November 13th, that week we're going to be organizing a really awesome digital event with speakers and panelists. And we're going to also be doing the dance virtually. We're going to be having performers, loads of things. And you have the opportunity to get your country involved, to showcase your culture, what kindness means where you're from. And so if you're interested in getting involved, I'm going to be putting up a Google form probably next week where you can fill out information to learn more. And I'm going to be organizing basically a meeting, an online meeting, Zoom meeting, where you have the opportunity to come on and share your ideas and brainstorm. We already have so many amazing ideas that are going on. I'm actually having a meeting with our former group leaders next Monday. If you're interested in getting involved in that meeting, even though you may not be a group leader, I'm more than happy to get you involved. And you could shoot me over an email to orly@lifevestinside.com, and I'll send you more details about that so you could join next Monday's meeting. If not, you'll see the form next week, and we'll be able to schedule a separate call with those of you that want to get involved and just offer your help to make this a really meaningful event. I think it's something that we all need right now, that's for certain. I hope that each and every one of you out there are staying safe and healthy, and that you and your families are doing okay. I know that the situation is really, really difficult depending on where you are in the world. I mean, but this is something that has affected everybody essentially, wherever they may be, in loads of different ways. So just know that I'm sending out a tremendous amount of love. Let's continue to be hopeful, continue to push forward so that we overcome this together as a unified people, as humanity. Going into the act, and actually very connected, I was flipping through the pages, and so many of the acts this week all had to do with people coming together, physically meeting, because kindness generally, right, when we're passing kindness from one person to the next, nothing can replace a physical connection. It's very true. Nothing can replace it. It's so super important. But right now, because we all have to be separated, many of us are in our homes, but there are plenty of opportunities for kindness in the home. And sometimes kindness in the home is actually one of the most difficult acts of kindness to do, because you're with your family constantly, and sometimes we can take advantage of our family because we know that they're going to love us no matter what. So today's act is focused on kindness in the home, where so many of us are right now, and sometimes there can be tensions that arise. So let's try and alleviate those tensions and bring a sense of peace and calm into our home. And so the act for today is coming to us from July 27th. And the act goes as follows. Exercise more patience in your home. Even when things aren't going your way, even when you may be annoyed. Keep calm and be polite. And the quote by Winston Churchill, courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. And the reflection, patience means keeping a sound mind. Start by recognizing that not everything goes as planned, and those unplanned bumps in the road can more often than not become blessings in disguise. Take a deep breath and believe that everything will get done. We all have days when we're not on our game, and all we hoped for is someone to give us a bit of breathing room. Let's distribute some of that breathing room so there is more to go around. Patience is life's constant test of character. Performing an act of kindness is an accomplishment. Embodying it is a triumph. And so this entire act is really talking about the trait of patience. Patience is something that we constantly have to work on. It's not easy. It's not a one-time thing because there are so many factors that happen in life, so many times where things don't go our way. So many of us are finding ourselves right now in our homes. And when you're in close quarters with the same people for very long, suddenly certain things that didn't necessarily bother you before, that you didn't necessarily see, start bothering you. And so patience is one of the most important things when you're in a close quarter. Why? Because everybody is different. Even though you might be from the same family or from the same group of friends or whatever it may be, everyone is different. Everyone has their quirks. Everyone has their habits. And while somebody else's habit may become annoying to you, you also have certain habits that could become annoying to someone else. So we're all so different. So when you take a lot of people, regardless of the fact that they came from the same family or whatever it is, and you put them in a close quarter, generally it's going to bring about some difficulties or some hardships or some conflicts or heads butting. But patience is really a virtue. And as it says, it's a constant test of character. Because an act of kindness, if you're performing an act of kindness, okay, that's great, that's an accomplishment. But to embody the essence of patience, when you embody it, that truly is a triumph. And I want to point out again the quote, where it's talking about that courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. Sometimes all that's needed in a place of tremendous tension is the opportunity to be heard. So we all want to say things, right? We all have things in our mind and we want to get those things out. We want to be heard. We want our voices to be heard. But oftentimes, if we stop, we stay silent, and we listen to the other person, actually listen to them, hear where they're coming from, hear what their frustrations are, suddenly we're able to be better equipped to know how to deal with the situation and to diffuse the tension. Because a few kind words spoken with patience, spoken with calm, can diffuse the most intense fury and anger. It really can. But it requires patience. Because just as you want to be heard, somebody else wants to be heard. And so there's a constant struggle. The truth of the matter is, if we think about it, that's probably the constant struggle going on in the world right now. So many people wanting to be heard, but forgetting that part of that is also listening. Because there aren't two people in this world that are the same, guys. There are no two people that think the same, that see the same, that do this. There aren't. You may have similarities to people, but everybody has their own perception of things, because perception is based on things that happen to you in your life. So from various things that happen to you in your life, you perceive things in a certain way and somebody else perceives them another way. You can have one person that's very super sensitive and one that's not sensitive at all. So how do we fix the situation? By recognizing that speaking and having ourselves heard is important, but not as important as sometimes listening to what the other person is saying and then being able to respond in kind. So the challenge to all of us this week, okay, the challenge to all of us, wherever you may be, if you're with people in your home, okay, in the home, we're going to practice patience. Patience in the home patience with our family, with our loved ones. Also, patience with ourselves, because this isn't an easy time. And we can sometimes put on ourselves a tremendous amount of stress and strain being frustrated with the situation that we're in. But it's not going to get us anywhere. We have to recognize the situation is the situation. How do we actually deal with it? We can continue to be upset and to complain and to fight, and that's only going to bring up the level of anxiety and tension. We could try to look at things with a little bit more patience. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It is difficult. It is difficult, and it's a constant battle and struggle. But here's the thing I want to tell you guys. Let's say we come out of this and you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to try and be mindful of patience today. I'm going to be more patient today. And you come into a situation and you really, you get fired up. Okay? You get fired up. So, man, you see, I can't do this. Now, that's one way of responding to something when you're trying to build or work on character. This is too hard. Forget it. There are going to be mistakes that we make. We're going to sometimes still blow up, okay? We're human beings. We make mistakes. It's okay. But even though we make those mistakes, don't allow those mistakes that you make to forget about pursuing that trait. Any trait that you want to work on, okay, within your character is something, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It takes time. It's effort. It's making mistakes and recognizing that you made that mistake and then saying, okay, I'm going to be more mindful. And then making the mistake again. Okay, you know what? I just realized, what are my triggers? What are my triggers to get me really fired up? Let me try to stay away from those triggers. So just realize that we all make mistakes. Nobody's looking to be perfect. It's not like, oh, okay, patience, great. I'm going to take care of that. It's going to be all good to go. It's something that we have to constantly work on. This is part of the work of the heart. So we're all home, we're all indoors, we're all having to do a lot of an inward search during this time. Let's work on those parts of ourselves, those inner parts of ourselves, our character, so that when we emerge from this, we come out of this as the best version of ourselves. This is a time to work on something that isn't a physical job. This is a time to work on yourself. What could be more important than working on yourself? Because when you are healthy, mind, body, and soul, and you're functioning at your best self, your best character, the amount that you can bring into the world, the amount of impact you can bring into the world, the amount of positive influence you can bring into the world increases. And you're now functioning from a place of positivity, from a place of abundance. So let's try to practice that a little bit more. Look inward, and let's do a work of the heart by focusing this week on the trait of patience. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you join me next week. Please do check out on our website. You can subscribe to our newsletters, the Daily Kind, the Kindness Flash. Just head to our website, LifeVestInside.com. The top corner, it says sign up. Just click it to sign up, and you can receive our daily emails as well as our monthly emails. Thanks again, guys. And remember, it's kindness that keeps the world afloat. Love you all. Mwah.